Hi, thanks for watching. In the last video we showed you what's inside this. So what happens when you mix it with this? What about this? Sit there and I'll show you.
Right, my two sample glasses. Let's raise this up if I can. Get the focus on it. What I should do is put my needle on there. Where's the needle? So if I focus in on the end, okay. So obviously the point of that needle is now going to be on top of where the glass is. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take, which one should I do first? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, I'll do the distilled water first. So I'm going to put on a drop of distilled water, okay? Not that much, CJ. Oh, God. Oh, I don't mess with that one. But let's get it spaced out a bit. So I've got all this distilled water here now. Maybe a bit more. To there. As you can see, it's running slightly a little bit. And then I'm going to get a sample of the old jobby. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Let's empty that one. Tastes sweet, actually. And let's get some. There's some edge of the fluid, right? Now, I'll show you exactly the end of the needle, if I can. Just to, there we are. There's the end of the needle. If I can get it into focus. There, you see? Right. She's not out yet. And if I can just hold it there, squeeze slightly. Here comes the free source. If he says, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh. And then we'll just mix that up a little bit. Mix it around, get it in and around there. And we shall leave that as it is, okay?
Yeah.
Right, that's the first one. That's the first slide completed. I'm going to remove this and put it somewhere safe. And my second slide, which is slightly thicker than the first one. But again, I'll repeat the same procedure. If I can find my needle. I think my needle's disappeared now. Never mind. So this is the second glass. As you can see, I've got some bits on there. Yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
Let's get those out of the way. If I can clean them off. With my lint-free cloth. Now notice the specs. There's something here which was annoying me, which I thought, see that round circle there?
Yeah.
That was on there yesterday, and I thought, oh, and I time-lapsed that to see, thinking something's going to happen, but I think it's actually in the glass. Don't know why. It could be some sort of datum point that was put in there for the specific lens of the tool. I'm not gonna. It could be a reference point. Anyway, I'm not gonna stand ceremony on that. And so now I'm going to get my false G&T and drop in tap water. There we go. See the tap water go in? And the same vial again of the free juice, the free sauce. And in it comes. see the okay, here we go. Again, this is pure tap water. There she goes.
I don't think it's pure any longer, Chris.
Sorry?
I no longer think it's pure.
It's no longer pure.
No, it's tap water.
Yeah, not so keen on drinking tap water, are we, Nick?
No.
Okay, so this is the tap water. Now, just to make sure that I don't actually mix these up, I'm going to put, if you remember this, 2 dots for the tap water and 1 dot for the distilled water, and the 2 dots are here. These are just standard black marker dots, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this sample way over to the right, so the 2 of them won't interfere. So that's, as you can see, that's real time. So we'll come back before we leave in about an hour or so, whatever, and we'll take a look. And if I can see anything developing, I shall whop him on. As you can see, that's real time. So we'll come back before we leave in about an hour or so, whatever, and we'll take a look. And if I can see anything developing, I shall whop him on. So the other thing I wanted to get to was to show you and talk through this. Okay, so if I turn that one off for the minute, and right, share this one. So capture 3 frozen. Oh, it's just the way it was named on there. So this is basically the water. Tell you what, bring that one over to here. Raise it up. That's basically water, okay?
Yes.
That's just left on the slide. As I said about the memory of this thing, of this stuff, I wasn't sure. It's funny how just this pure water just got this, no idea, and it was adjacent to the sample.
Yeah, it doesn't look like other slides claiming to be just water.
Yeah.
Dried water.
Mm.
It doesn't tend to crystallize like that unless it's frozen into ice.
Yeah. So
Actually, can I interrupt you a minute? One of my comments in that video was, has a specialist looked at this yet? And my answer back to that was, we're a research group. We do our own research.
Yeah.
Because I've got little faith in these so-called fucking specialists.
Well, this is it. So basically, that person was saying they can't think for themselves. So I need to be told by an authority what to think.
yeah.
Can we give you another PhD, Chris?
That was literally what, that's a translation of what that comment actually meant.
Yeah, and I think we'll need to give you an honorary PhD, Chris.
Well, I mean, I'd have to write a paper and show what all I've done is done experiments and then try to make head or tail of them. That's not proving anything one way or the other.
No, it isn't. Yeah, I did look up what vaccines are supposed to look like flu vaccines in particular, under a microscope, what you would expect to see if you looked under one, like the official version. And all of it looked suspiciously like little coronaviruses, you know, with
Aye.
little bits coming, like little balls with bits coming
Right.
That's what they're trying to sell us as what it would look like if you looked under a microscope. Absolutely nothing like this. And I didn't look up COVID-19 ones, I looked up specific flu ones.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to look like. So what we can say is under a microscope, it doesn't look anything like they're claiming it should look.
Look at, is that them trying to push the spike protein?
Yeah.
Because I think you know that cat's out the bag.
I think it's amazing, all that crystallization.
Yeah.
I think it's scary when you think it's in water.
It's, yeah, I mean, especially when you broke up those crystals, it just
Oh,
really
that was awesome.
ice.
Yeah, and did you see that there was fluid inside it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Could you do that again, Chris?
it's
Possibly.
like it frozen. You know, if you put an ice cube in a freezer and it's
Yeah.
only semi-frozen and you crack it open and it's got
Yes.
fluid inside it, it reminded me of that. Like it
Same here, son. Same here, Kathy.
Yeah. I mean, when I first got the needle and I tried to break it, and I sort of moved it about, there was like a black line, and I thought it was a worm inside at first.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I thought, oh, is that a worm? So I broke it, but it wasn't. Again, it was a light effect of the perimeter or the meniscus of the water or the fluid that was inside it, which is what I thought that worm was that I showed you earlier.
yeah.
But as we come on through this, I mean, it just looks ridiculous, doesn't it?
Yeah,
For water.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
100%. If you look up, you know, the patterns of frost and freezing, it 100% resembles that.
Yeah. I mean,
It really does. Apart from those main crystals, the background bit resembles it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, not everything freezes at 0 degrees, does it?
No.
Depending on the pressure, right?
Well, this is it.
So what? These crystals inside the water, Chris?
Well, they developed, put it that way.
They developed
Yeah.
just in water.
Well, so basically what I did is I got some basic water, put it on a slide, got some water, distilled water, and let the two dry out. And on that video, the one that distilled water never created anything.
Yeah.
This is the one with this thing clawing out of it or clawing into it. See that?
Yeah.
Aye.
This is, again, it's just out of focus, I think, at the moment. Again, all this oil-based, it's just...
Aye.
There we go. It's
So this is just a pure water, Chris, out the tap.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. I thought for a minute I must have cross-contaminated this because it looks more flowery.
Yeah.
What's the magnifications, Chris?
The magnification on this is about 20 times now. And that's 50 times.
Right.
That could be 50, and then that's 100. So I took a few shots of that, and it looks to have a spine in it.
Yeah.
See that? How I actually was focusing in and out. No, that's the 100 times. So it would have been 50, 20. So that's 100. That's 50. Focusing at 50, 20, 10 times, 5 times. Oh, that's back to the other one. So that's 100 times magnification. But if you play this, you'll see that it could be just I don't know, something there, maybe the beginnings of something, or. But it's funny how it seems to be And there you are. You see, it didn't all work. And what I did do is I did another sample. I had the mind to actually think, okay, if there's anything here on that, like I saw in the other dried samples, I did it again. Okay, here's another one. Look how these seem to be on these lines.
Yeah.
What's in these lines also?
Yeah. Ley lines, Chris.
Ley lines, exactly what I thought when I saw that. I thought, you know, it's not random, is it?
No.
No, it's got to be there. It's the only place it really fits, probably.
And then that's a high magnification again. And this is the water molecules. I really couldn't explain this. At 100 times the magnification, light just drops like a stone. So, and that's it there with some different lighting on it. And that's the water.
Holy, drink out the tap.
Tap water, yeah.
But how can you drink?
That's it. That's what it looks like under a microscope.
Now, what it looked like on the plate glass was a stain.
Yeah.
You see, all that. You imagine if you got salt water and you just put it onto a plane of glass, and once it evaporates, you'd be left with like a layer of stuff that you could brush off. This is what this was. Yeah.
Chris, see to me when I look at this again looks to me like a snapshot in time. As if these things, if you could get them on time lapse, we'd see them actually growing.
Like the other video, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again, what I showed on the video was that each of those plumes had a central point that it was emanating from.
Yeah.
Like the crystal. So again, I took the shot of this up closer. Now, I'm not sure if this was something that was attached to it or came out of it, but it looked as if it was clinging on. It's some sort of claw effect here. Again, it's very hard with the lighting.
Like a parasite on a parasite.
So I tried to focus in on it, just move it down a bit. Let me play that again for you. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the beginnings of something or what. Not sure. And then it's not quite as, it's a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not defined, is it? It's like a bad pattern of something similar.
Yeah.
That we've seen, which is more orchestrated with the free source, you know?
Yeah.
And this is water again that I'd actually zapped with my zapper.
Right.
So instead of getting all that fern now, look what I've got.
That's weird.
It breaks up.
Yeah. And that's 27 volts at 4 hertz, which is half the Schumann frequency.
So you definitely describe that as dead, which
Yeah.
is the other stuff alive, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement, Sandy, Kathy. Totally.
Brown, gone. And you can actually see at the extremities, probably where the current hadn't actually passed, where it started to, okay, and then just died and gave up. I say died and gave up. I mean, it just, it was ruined. Look at this, just ruined.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that was off ferns a minute ago.
Yeah. Oh, there's a shrimp here, look.
I think you killed it, Chris.
I think I would come back to that later. It is. So I think we might have some development. Actually, we might have some development. What was number 2 again?
That was in fresh water.
Was it?
Aye. One was in the distilled water, the one you just looked at.
I'd have to agree with you. Right. Okay, so I better get back to my camera then. Hang on. I've got some development here.
Right. I'm still recording this.
Oh dear. Yeah, we missed it. Look. See that beauty?
Can't see anything.
Let's see anything yet, Chris.
Oh, I do beg your pardon.
You're keeping us in suspense.
Chris Jackson radio show.
Oh, come on. What's it doing? Right. Okay. That,
Wow.
as you saw, was my fake G&T water.
Yes.
Right. As you can see. And down here, I think excuse me. It hasn't finished yet. Look, it's still ongoing.
Oh God,
Look, it's still
yeah.
going.
Wow.
It's still going. I'm glad I kept an eye on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's let that run, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Talk amongst yourselves.
That's fucking awesome, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try and play with the lighting a little bit, see if I can.
Put your UV light on it, Chris.
Well, I did that. It didn't do anything, Nick. Didn't do anything. But let me try with this one because.
It's very much like skin cells, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. Why is it all breaking up separately? Why is it forming separately?
I mean, what if you could get down to have a look at what is contained in that fluid down to the atomic level? Are some of these atoms binding? And then once the fluid starts to whatever the carrier is, or that evaporates, so it starts to set, and whatever's there then starts to crystallize as an effect by losing fluid. So that's why it's segmented like that, but it stems from a central point.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of ice, I think ice is as ice grows on water, you've got all the molecules of water which will freeze pretty much at the same time, over a given, in a given way. But I think the edges, it doesn't come from the center out, does it? It goes from the edges, and then I'd have to do a time lapse of a petri dish may be different to say like a cup, or because the edges of the cup are going to get colder than the center of the water.
Oh yes.
Sooner rather than the center of the water, because the temperature has to migrate through. So the edge of a cup would say freeze before the center of the water.
Yeah.
So see on the left-hand side there, that looks like viewing mountains from above. They've got a high central point, then they've got edges that slide down to the edge. That's the shape they're creating.
Yeah, these are slightly different here. You see, they're sort of like, I'm not sure. Where are these crystals then? Well, it's early days, isn't it? I mean, it's only been, there's some there, look, see?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I've done
There's
this.
the crystals.
Yeah.
Hope I can get it. Come on. Oh, you bugger. Come on. Where is it? Let's get that there. Raise them up a bit. There. See that? How's that look?
Yeah.
So is that you shining UV light on this, Chris?
No. So there's the edge of the glass. So I'm definitely on top of the glass, right? Let's go there. So that is. So I'm going to come up a minute. See if I can focus out a bit. No, I can't. Let's come there. I think it's the light shining on the yellow effect of the lens, Mick.
Right.
Come back down again. Come on. There she comes. It's very, very hit or miss there. Wow. Now what I get is I've got my other LED torch. If I shine that on the side, yeah, there's a crystal there, right smack bang in the middle. Look.
Yeah.
There's the mother egg. There I see it. Well, it is nearly Christmas, isn't it? So. Right, but looking at this, there should be still some more happening here. What's that? Oh, that's that ring I was telling you about. Now, as you saw, with my distilled water, she's still very fluid.
Right.
Okay. I think I'll drop my distilled water on there. Just remember that little island there. See that in the center?
Yeah.
I could actually use the black dot, couldn't I? There we go. So I can see the magnification of that. So if I reduce that magnification of the ink dot.
Yeah.
Can I do that? Cool, it's just dropped a bit. Right, okay. Now that looks a bit better, doesn't it? So now you see why I use the ink dots for reference.
Right.
So I'm looking at the top of the glass. I'm going to be hitting the water anytime. This is all the water here now. If I can get to an edge of a bit of water, if I can see one, it's all splayed out pretty much. There, you can see, oh, maybe not. There's some there, you see it? Oh, it's just moving about this. Did you see that? Oh, there we go. See it? It's still quite fluid, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, in terms of the distilled water not drying out and still being quite fluid, it's lasted a lot longer. Just make sure I've got nothing there to contaminate. Than these. I mean, look. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. That's what I would say.
Oh, God.
And it was done at the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See if I can get back to that little island. Oh, I'm not sure if that's it. I think it's down here somewhere. I think I've got it on the same way. So that's the extremity of the... I wouldn't pay attention to that squiggly line there. It's probably something that had fallen in through the air. Me sitting at my desk. There's my little finger there. Ooh, hello. Now, what I wanted to show you, and I'll do another experiment. I might do a video, but do you know, I don't know if that is that still growing?
That is, Chris.
Yeah.
The right hand side. There's a small thing in that looks like a lake,
Yeah.
and it's still growing right now. That blue dot just appeared.
Oh look, yeah, there. Get it into
Right,
the
that
light.
bit there, leave it there, Chris, because that's a section that's growing right
Yeah,
now.
it is. You can see it. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, what if I zap it in real time? Would you like me to do that?
What's that, Chris?
Would you like me to zap it in real time?
Well, let's watch it for a bit first.
Oh, you don't want me to kill my baby?
Oh, leave him alone a minute. Let them grow, then kill the bastards.
Yeah.
Wait till they're adults.
Actually, it's quite. You can see it in the light there, can't you?
Yep. You can definitely see it moving. I
So
don't
again-
see a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people showing videos of crystals in water growing, Chris.
No, let's remember this is tap water taken directly from the tap water. They're taken from the tap in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
I tried showing Karen, and she said, "Oh yeah." And I said, "This is going into your body." She went, "I'm not affected." I said, "That's what you think.
Yeah, you don't know, do you?
You're all right at the moment. What doesn't kill you kills you slower."
Yeah.
These are all the same, Chris. They've all got a central point and everything else is like gravitating towards it.
Hmm. Look at those crystals. Look at the crystals there.
Yeah.
The central point, how it all emanates from that one central point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we're seeing it on separate islands, because they're actually separate, whatever the fuck they are, and they grow out for each one,
Yeah.
and they give each other a wide berth, as you can see. They don't touch, they don't come into contact with each other.
It's almost as if you've got like a kind of force field emanating that you can't actually
They don't come
see.
into contact.
Yeah.
They stay within their own zone,
Yeah.
whatever they've created.
Yeah, so I guess depending when they start. So this fellow over here, look, that's a bit of a quagmire there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's towards the edge, and the edges as well grow inwards, staying within the fluid. Look at the size of that crystal there.
That's a big crystal on the right hand side there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get that up to the light, shall we? Ooh,
That is. And that's near the coldest or the driest part of the slide then.
yeah. Still growing there on the left, isn't it?
Yeah. You see that light moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it right now. Spreading out. So that would mean that there's yellow patch that we can see. Let's call it a lake. Right. Then all these small islands will wind up growing into what we're watching in about.
You see
Each one of these dots
that's growing
is the
at a rate.
nucleus of one of these things growing.
Yeah, that one's growing like Billio. Look at it.
Yep.
Look at it.
You wanted to kill them earlier on as well.
Well, I think time's of the essence now, Mick.
I want to watch them growing.
Okay, you're the boss.
Because this is what I'm thinking of the video, Chris. This will make a brilliant video, mate.
Yeah. Again, this is tap water.
Yeah, I think that somewhere in the title will be "Don't drink the water."
There's something happening on that one to the left. Oh, one's just appeared. One's just
Yeah.
appeared out of nothing.
That's what I say, Chris. I think these tiny dots are actually what
Yeah.
they keep. Yep.
Look, just appeared
Yeah.
out of nothing.
I see that happening in the sky all the time.
What?
Yeah. Let's see what size that goes to. Wow, I can't believe we're watching this in real time, Chris. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually watching crystals form in fresh water. Out the tap. Well, let's not call it fresh water any longer.
No, tap water. But I would say to you guys to check out water vortexing.
Yeah.
You can buy water vortexes to run it through. So I always stir my water anyway. But I mean, I use distilled. As you can see, I'm just going to pick up the slide now, and it's still fluid. I mean, it does dry out, but it doesn't leave anything like this you're looking at now. And the distilled water is, it gets steamed and it runs through a condensing coil, which turns it back to water again. But any heavier elements that are within there are dropped and left in the water. It doesn't go up, and then it passes through charcoal filtering before it drops into the canister. And to be honest with you, I'm not doing the right thing, because what I do is, just for ease, I fill the canister up with tap water and pour it in. So basically, I'm leaving a residual amount of tap water into the distilled water because it's not dried or cleaned out. Perhaps I should stop doing that.
I can see that one at the bottom growing right now, Chris.
Yeah, do you want me to raise that up?
Bottom left.
Yeah, we're a bit maxed out there on that bit, aren't we? Oh, look at this one.
Right. Because it was growing there.
I'd like to see try and capture one as a crystal. You know, where does the crystal come from?
The small dots. I tell you what you could do, Chris. When I do this in the sky, I just point my camera and fucking leave it.
Yeah, but what
go in front of you.
So
right.
when
so
this
see
one,
this small island at the left it's growing right now?
Yeah.
Right. Just to 2 o'clock to that, there's a small dot. Watch that.
2 o'clock.
Just to that one that's creating itself right now.
Yeah.
On the bottom left. There's 2 small dots. Watch them, Chris. There's one growing right now.
But the one we saw that was on the right actually came from nothing. And there's one down below at 6 o'clock or 5. Well, no, it's hard to say. See, that's going to stop. It's coming out. Why does it stop coming? It's still growing at the bottom. That one at the very top left now. It's stopped. It's almost butted up against the other one. So they are mixing. There's no barrier there now, is there? Let's come to the left a bit.
Right, so that bit of debris on the left has actually been covered by the crystal.
Yeah. Again, that was probably airborne.
So which would mean that it's climbing over the debris. Right, so that bit of debris on the left has actually been covered by the crystal.
Yeah. Again, that was probably airborne.
So which would mean that it's climbing over the debris. It just did.
It's just fascinating to watch it.
I'm flabbergasted, Kathy. I'm watching up at the left-hand corner and with the lights, the yellow lights are.
So when,
sections, but
so when I did this first and did just put the VAX down, I had something similar, though. Yeah, you know, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe they've just given up with the VAXs and using the water.
there's crystals growing in the top left there.
Mm.
A few of them.
I'd like to take a minute to give a shout out to Sandra. She is, well, like part of the group. I mean, we all keep in touch, and her and her husband Sean came through to visit last summer while we were staying in a converted barn in Yorkshire. So when she seen what we were looking at last week, she came up with this. Now, nobody is suggesting for a moment that bismuth is any way connected to what we're looking at, but it's a couple of things it says about bismuth that stuck out to me. So it's seldom found in its elementary state as a pure metal in the earth. Its compounds are generally found along with ores and other materials such as lead, silver, gold and cobalt. The most important mineral of bismuth is bismuthinite, also known as bismuth glance. That means nothing to me. But what does stick out is compounds. 2/3 of bismuth produced in the United States is made into drugs, pharmaceuticals and other chemicals. Right, so that got my attention. Right, so this is bismuth, and I don't know how it forms up, or how it's created. We know how it builds itself up. Right. So these are discoveries that Chris made last week, and these are crystal pyramids. Now, this kind of looks like it's built like a step pyramid in layers, but the way this one's forming up, I don't think so. It looks to me more like replicators. So thanks for throwing your hat in the ring, Sandra.
I'm touching the glass.
No response.
No. Doesn't look like it. She's definitely on.
I imagine you see an arc of light going between them.
Yeah, well, you've not got the full power, so it's a signal which is being limited by a resistance, so by pot. So you never get the full power of the battery coming out. It's only the signal. So I think what I needed to do is actually do the fluid before it turned into crystal to get the
Aye, probably.
to try and stop those crystals growing. But it was worth a go anyway.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome, Chris.
No.
Just to make sure we have finished. Well, I mean, why nothing here? Why nothing there? Oh, there is something. It's just the lighting, isn't it? Yeah. It's not as condensed there.
What's two right angle corners there?
Sorry?
Go back a wee bit, Chris.
I mean, tap water, come on. What's wrong with this bit up here? Oh, there's some of those rings there.
Yeah.
I think they're in the glass, but they don't. Right, let me see if I can get a needle on that one, shall I? While we're here.
Yeah.
Come down a bit.
So these crystals form up and create these islands then, Chris?
Yeah.
What's the graphene involved?
Well, I never finished the story, did I? But the mask I had in layers, and I had a mask, but it wasn't from sealed, so I didn't want to submit it as the experiment. And what I found in the layers, it could have been a lighting effect, which is why I wanted to get to a new one. But I saw some very strange fibers in there, in the mask, in the layers.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Chris. But you got to try and break these up. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe they separate like that.
Let's see if I can rotate that so you can see it on there.
Yeah.
Let's put it there, shall we?
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry. Oh. It's very hard to...
I can imagine.
Hang on, I can take it away and turn it around.
I suppose this is when robots come in handy.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's got to be some more around here. Ah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
This fella. I'm just drawing the artwork here, you know that.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you make a cracking fucking video, mate. Right, so you just struck right through that there and it all wiped away.
Yeah. There you can see that right on the end there, can you see it? Who knows?
Wonder where it's happened, Chris, you put another drop on top of that.
Alright, let's try it, shall we?
So what are you putting on it?
Same type.
Right.
Just got to find my box now. Where did I put my box? Oh, there she is. All right. He says. All right, here we go. I'll shake it up a bit. Get activated. Right. So to do that, so you can see it come out. Yeah. See that?
Right. So this is just fresh water.
No, that's the Vax. That's the
That's
the
dropping water.
No, yes, of course, yes. That is the free issue source.
Right, you dropped in that water that was crystallised.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, we are 70% water, aren't we?
Right. Well, what's happening there?
What do you mean?
The batch is getting shrunk.
Oh,
It looks like it's being absorbed back
It's
into it.
getting shrunk because they're getting absorbed by these crystals.
that's activating already, isn't it?
Yep. Look at it. Holy shit. Let's see what happens to that big bit.
I reckon I should
The small part's gone.
Yeah. All right. I should electrify
First
that.
drop.
I'm going to electrify that big one now.
Yeah, that's starting to get small as well now.
Hang on.
Wow.
So we know what's going to happen most probably with that, don't
There's
we?
a hell of a lot more crystals in it.
Well, actually, what we're watching, Kathy, I think we're watching the crystals eating up the backs,
Yeah.
absorbing it somehow.
See that? It's not probably a big enough sample.
In actual fact, you can see the crystals below it are forming right through it.
I'm going to have to do it again, aren't I?
Yeah.
Let's do it on the edge, shall we?
Yep. Anybody like Chris?
Holy crap! What's that?
What is it?
Holy shit. Is that a crystal?
Yeah.
Try and move it and break it up.
Oh,
And that circular one up there. I have seen the circular ones before.
Wow. Excellent.
that actually looks metallic.
And it's Ronaldo on the left and he scores.
Right.
Right. Okay. I'll tell you what, is I'll scratch this out. Get some in there.
That's fine.
What are you doing, clearing the path, Chris?
Holy shit, look at that.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Instant. It's glowing. I think I've just created my own universe.
I think you have.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's like they're blinking on and off.
Well, I've got all this on the big screen.
Whoa.
Wow.
Look at the left. She's starting to come in now, isn't she?
So did you just clear that whole area, Chris, and this happened?
I did. I cleared it all up, cleared the area and dumped in some of the free source.
All right, is that more free sauce that's caused this?
Yeah.
I can detect the crystals running towards it on the right hand side
Yeah.
and the left and underneath it. See the crystals that's on the plate itself, Chris?
Yeah.
Although you wiped them all away, There must have been some residue left on the plate, and that's came up through the vacs.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
As well as the ones that are coming in through the side. That's why we're seeing small parts bouncing everywhere, because it's underneath.
I don't know what those little specks are. I mean, that's unless they're just higher.
Maybe that's the crystals going to form.
Let's see if they move with the glass. Oh, they bloody do. Yeah.
That could be the nucleus of the crystals, Chris.
Possibly.
Well, they come from somewhere.
Mm. I'm just wondering if that's just down to height, the way they're. Let's turn the light down a bit. We'll see. Get my LED in there.
That's like a ring around the whole thing where you stopped it.
Yeah. That's definitely the brush strokes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. I missed that out now. Oh, that's it back there now. Yeah.
So why did the other bit disappear and this bit's staying here? Because the other droplet was just absorbed.
Turn that off a bit. I think if I try and get to the edge, see this barrier here?
Right.
Let me just try and drop some towards the barrier. See if anything happens there. All right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there's a drop on the edge now already. Hang on. There's some just sticking out. There's the temperature, you see. So if I do that, oh, look at that.
There you go.
What's that?
You just drop some of the vacs into the water.
And if it's lose the cell,
Simply come in.
Those black bits which look dead.
I'm considering that as debris. Because it floated on top. So what's happening here then?
Not sure.
Maybe this time there was too much in the vacs and the crystals are overwhelmed.
Oh, look at that bright spot there.
Yeah.
Holy what? You got some move. What is that going on there? Did you see those bright spots move?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Down at the bottom, Chris, 6 o'clock.
Roughly to here. You jumped about a bit.
I saw the lights moving in the room.
Everyone's deep in thought.
Yeah.
We're all sitting watching this speechless.
Could be worse. It could be. We could be watching Midsummer Murders. I don't know if that's still on. I don't know. I've no idea. Come and see Chris F.E. for all your viewing needs.
Was that something forming up at the top, Chris? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. This bit up here.
I just saw that yellow bit stick out. So that's something growing. It's changed again.
I don't know what happened to that light in the corner. Sorry. I don't know what happened to that light in the corner.
It's in the same area as that.
Oh. I wonder if
Well, it's changing shape as I watch it, Chris.
which one are you looking at, Mick?
Right, see where your mouse is. Just
Yeah.
over to the left.
That one.
No, down. Right, over to the left now. There, that's growing. That came from nothing a minute ago.
Okay.
Something grew out and back into it, and it's still changing shape. Perfect.
Hang on. Try and get in a bit more. You can do it. So you come on. Oh damn it! Sorry, I messed up.
Something to hit my camera.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. I think that's about the best I'm going to get. It was a lot better than it was last week, anyway.
You keep looking at it, you can see it, the light's changing on it because it's changing size and shape.
Bloody hell, it's 10 o'clock nearly already.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's what happens when you get live interaction and stuff like this, Chris.
Yeah. I've hardly spent any time with Karen's today. I feel guilty as hell. I did buy some strawberries on the way home, so
Oh, well, yeah. It's not all bad.
peace offering.
I think it's stopped now.
Well,
I think that's all the movement finished.
Yeah.
yeah. I just think that's debris. It's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I think, Chris.
Yeah. I just got to keep reminding myself it is tap water.
I'm doing the same thing, Chris.
Why not here though? Why this area here doesn't seem to be as efficient as anywhere else?
Well, why don't you drop some vax on that bit and see what happens?
Yeah, I agree.
I was going to say that, but I mean, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna make me one.
Tsunami.
Yeah.
Yeah, run to the hills.
Crystal's got no chance. Right, so let's see what happens below this now, Chris. Let's see if there is crystals on the surface.
Okay. Let's see if I.
And
Wait,
they should pop up. And form crystals.
well, that's below the glass. That's the bottom of the glass surface, I think. I'd rather see what's happening on top. Let's see. All these bright lights again. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still absorbing
That's
into the
moving.
crystal.
Aye.
What's that straight line there?
That's part of a crystal. And it's quite large. And it goes right past that. The summit on that big fucking thing at the top. Like the ley lines, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is there. Look. I don't know what these things in the middle are. What are they? Is that a scratch mark or something? Is it? Oh dear. Oh dear, what that is.
I've got a title from a video.
Yeah.
What we watched on Sunday. Then in brackets. Then in brackets. Don't drink the water.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, that thing there is definitely on the. Definitely on the side of it. Oh. What's that?
That line's still there, Chris.
Which light?
That line just above your mouse.
Oh, the line, yeah.
got crystals moving down the bottom. They're moving. Look, can you see?
Bottom
Yeah.
left, Kathy.
Just straight at the bottom in the centre. There's two
Yeah,
crystals next
I
to
see
each
the
other.
lights going
One
up.
just, watch it, they're moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking A. So they are.
These here.
Aye.
That could be an air bubble because you've got the ring of lights on it from the.
No, the
Yeah.
three of them moving.
There's another one. If
Yes.
they're air bubbles, they're being created.
What's that over at the right hand side? The bright thing. Like that. There's something next to that line there, Chris, up at the left hand corner.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Very, in fact, the instance of light, isn't it? So. I think this here's changed, hasn't it? This here's changed.
Yeah, it's moving growing very
Well,
quickly.
it is now, yeah. Look at it.
No, that's it. That's it game we done earlier on, Chris. The crystals are winning. Right behind that looks like NASCAR lines.
Yeah.
That is definitely growing now. Wonder what will happen if it reaches that line. Right,
Can't-
so what happened there then? Right, the wax was delivered onto the slide and it touched the edge of the crystals which retreated, and now they've advanced. What happened to cause that? And that actually line's getting bigger.
It's all
Right
crystallized.
around the edge, right around the whole edge of that droplet is now surrounded with crystals. Look at the bottom, down at the bottom.
Look at all these
It's got
blooming.
together.
These are
Yeah.
all blooming. Look at them.
And was this just
This is intelligence, guys, because they just joined up at the bottom.
and this isn't just tap water, is it?
Well, remember I said the crystals hadn't formed in this part of the water that had dried out.
Look at the middle of it now.
Yeah. Oh my word! It's just
That's the stuff underneath, Chris. That's it came up through the vax. It's eating it from below.
This isn't tap water then. This is the vax.
Well, this is the crystals are tap water, Kathy. Right?
Yeah.
So the large empty area we looked at where Chris had put the vax onto, what had happened is that it'd been like a dry part of the slide. So the water had dried in.
Yeah.
But although it had dried in, the crystal substance was still there. So when Chris put the vax on it, the crystals were activated and came out through the vax. That's why we no longer see any of the vax, because it's been overwhelmed by the crystals.
I can't believe the speed of this.
Yeah.
Yep. And look at, there's a space right on the edge of it as well, Chris.
Yeah.
As if it's actually new. What I think we're looking at is the edge that we see, the white edge round this island. It's kind of like, that's the edge of the fluid that you just dropped in. It's took over the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And the last bit to go is right in the middle here. And we'll see that disappear quite soon. And I cannot believe how fast that happened.
No, I can't. I think this bit here, whatever this is here, I think that's underneath. Let's check. Nope, it is on the glass. Look at that. Certainly has contained within it.
Så heter det för mig.
Wow.
That was brilliant, Chris.
Yeah.
There's all the dry stone walls, look.
Yeah.
They are in islands.
There's the seashore.
Yep.
There's the Bristol Channel, look. We're getting towards the edge.
This will keep me busy on it, Chris. I'll be editing this and getting some images and stuff.
Yeah.
You better get
I can't believe it's fucking water that we're talking about.
There. There's the barrier for the
Yeah. So it's took over the whole droplet then, Chris.
Mm.
So what the fuck are they crystals that they can do that? Because I was thinking that the vax would change the water, not the other way about.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm expecting that. Well, this is amazing, mate. But I'm expecting when you put that vax on drop of the drop of water, I'm expecting it to react well more towards with the vax being in control and changing things. And what we're watching right now is these crystals that were within the water have pretty much absorbed it.
But how about this then?
Right.
What about if we know that the environment is toxic.
Right.
I started suffering from hives, couldn't work out why. Something had changed. I thought it was my diet. I went through all food stuff, stopped eating cereals. Nothing seemed to be affected until I started looking, using my blood electrifier. And, now and then I feel a few itches coming, but it's only about 5% of what I used to suffer.
Yeah.
And I keep using my blood electrifier. And I swear by it. It's the step. It was the step change that I was looking for, because I'd gone through a couple of years trying leaving stuff out of diets, making notes, and trying to do a scientific method.
Yeah.
I stopped I don't eat Chinese takeaways because I became susceptible to MSG. Very careful. Even all the time I spent in China, I never ate the food. I was just stuck to
Yeah.
fruits and biscuits and what have you. But what about if all this stuff is already inside us and it's
It
the
is.
vaccine that's the catalyst?
It is.
Yeah.
Chris, while we're talking, see these things that we're calling the mountains and the top of the mountains here?
Mm,
And that's what's forming the crystals. Look at them now.
yeah,
They've all turned into crystals.
yeah.
The centre of all these, whatever the fuck they are.
Where else did I put that other one? Down on the edge, wasn't it? There, wasn't it? Oh, look at that. It's completely...
Yeah. Developed it. Yep. So it looks like the crystals absorb the vaccine.
But this barrier we have here, down here,
Aye.
right, this was the extreme of where the vax went, or the water went, right?
Yeah.
So then I dropped the vax into here, and
Yeah.
then this has now developed crystals, which wasn't on top of the water. It was to the side.
Yeah.
Which suggests the crystals have took over.
Hmm. I mean, dare I say they're one of the same things, but this one doesn't have, this one here doesn't have these big crystals there, does it?
No.
Oh yeah.
But the water does.
Yeah.
Yeah, those pyramids are only in the water.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying, but I have seen these pyramids in the vax because I've done over a period of time.
See, I was thinking the same as you for quite a while, Chris. I think that the injection's the catalyst for stuff that's already inside every person in the world.
Yeah.
And if we're looking at water, well, there's a delivery system that'll hit everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's pretty much inert until you get the catalyst that to form. I mean, we all know about these epoxy resins you get. If you put them separately, they just don't do anything. Put them together,
Yeah,
and then they react, and it either gives off heat. There's a chemical reaction there. I need to get you guys a blood electrifier as soon as.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm happy to send the money over, Chris, you
I
know.
know, I know you are, but I mean, look, the importance is to get you one, all right? It's not about money, it's about getting you guys one of these things. I've got,
I'd like one for Ellen, Chris.
yeah, that's 2 for you, Mick, 1 for Kathy,
Yeah.
and you know, let me start churning them out. Give them to your family as well, or even share the usage. If you just buy the pads, I'll send you a link on eBay where you can buy extra pads.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know, I mean, the marked difference between the destroyed water and, you know, just by me zapping that with my 2 probes before. I mean, after the event, it's not any good because the damage is already done, right?
Yeah.
The Irish lad in work, he just looked beyond words. He just looked at me and said, "It's my knees, my knees." He said,
Yeah.
his voice was breaking. He was like nearly like, how where he just like so many questions he couldn't get out. And he just said, I need, you know, I just thought it was, I'm going to give it a go because I was so polite, you know, give it a go, you know, it's just, you know, I know somebody's got this, got that. I said about Kathy's bad bag, I said, but it could be a placebo. Give it a go, mate, you never know. And he was in so much pain that
Yeah.
he decided to give it a go. And the look, it was almost as if somebody said he just won the lottery and he just didn't believe them.
Wow.
It would never happen to him, sort of thing. I couldn't explain it any other way. And the feeling I got from just the way he was in itself the gift, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I was so humbled and to see somebody, well, not that he was affected or in shock or anything, but the actual gratitude and the thanks he had, he just didn't know how to put it into words.
Wow.
And that, to see somebody like that,
It's
and
worth more than any money.
absolutely,
Makes it worthwhile, Chris. You can't put a price on that.
you can't go into a shop and buy that,
No.
you know. And I said, so he gave me a couple of bags of Tato crisps from Ireland. He said, I said, sure, just give us a couple of bags of Tato, you know. You've never had cheese and onion crisps like them. Tato are the best in the world, and Ireland's best kept secret. You can buy them online, but they're not the same as the shops.
Wow.
And yeah, so he did give me 4 packs of Tato.
You know.
Couldn't
Well,
give
you're
it to me.
talking, Chris. I'm watching 2 things growing.
Well, on the video, you mean?
Yeah. There's a yellow patch with a white bit in the middle of it.
That fella there.
Yep, that's growing. And to the right, the right of that, there's like a cross.
Yeah,
That's growing as well.
yeah. Mm.
In fact, that yellow patch is getting smaller.
No.
I think that's what's happening.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, the yellow patch is getting eaten up. That's the last remnants of the vax. The dark areas.
Right, so the distilled water now.
Yeah.
Let me get that slide back on. The distilled water looks, I've got a nice frosted shadow over the glass. Let me see if I can get that. Let's raise him up. Ah, that's where I had that slight bit of the LED in there, wasn't it? Can I get that? Ah, ooh, what's this? That's it there. That is, there's almost like a a fern type of structure to it, isn't there? See that?
Yeah.
But oh, yeah. Let me just reduce the. No. There's definitely a pattern there, isn't there?
It's not as clear as the fresh, or going to the fresh water. It's not as clear as the tap water.
No, of course not. Oh yeah. I mean it's similar, isn't it?
Aye.
A lot.
It's just not as clear. It's not as well defined.
No. It appears more random, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Aye.
But what is that in there? There has to be a substance that's dried out and left. That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Maybe my distiller needs to be sterilized a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you should have dried it before you put water in it.
The what, sorry?
You should have dried out the container.
Yeah, possibly.
Because it'll be contaminated with what was on the inside of the bottle.
Yeah. But I can tell you this is a darn sight lot better than the other one, isn't it? I mean, which one would you choose to put in your body?
Yeah.
You know?
Right now, none of them.
That's true. Yeah.
Not until it's been boiled.
Well, this has been boiled, Mick, hasn't it? Technically.
Thanks for that, Chris.
Yeah. There's the edge of the glass. It's almost like, you know.
It just hasn't crystallized, has it?
No,
No.
it's just not the same as the tap water.
Yeah.
But that could be the memory in the water, though, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But with the residue, I mean, it's like
That bit at the bottom there, Chris, that's the best defined part there is.
the bottom.
Just down below that with that bit of refuse, just below here, aye, right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's about the clearest bit you've got.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, my word, yeah. Okay.
So, is this a residue of the tap water around the edge of the distilled water?
It just goes to show it's better, but it's not perfected.
Would that be a crystal I seen before me?
Yeah, is it? Yeah. Whoa.
Try and move that, Chris.
Good shout. I can't believe how steady my hand is.
You've
Yeah.
become part of cyborg.
Yes,
It
it's
does
still-
move. It does move. Of course
Yeah.
it would.
That's still fluid, that bit. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger. I just dropped bloody... Damn it. There was a bit of fluid in the vial. Oh, damn. Oh, well, yeah, we'll just see what happens, eh?
Yeah.
Aye. See what it causes.
Okay, I'm just going to nip to the bathroom. Excuse me.
Right? Just leave that there. Oh, Kathy, this is fascinating.
It is. It is.
Unbelievable. And I'm watching this thing right now shrink, Kathy, while we're talking.
Yes, it's
And like
definitely
again,
reacting very quickly. Look at it.
yeah. And it looks again like there's crystals forming beneath
Yeah,
where the droplet was put. And we'll still see the shape of that droplet when it's completed.
that's drying up very quick.
Wow, that's really going fast. Wait till he comes back, you'll think we were fucking with his video. Well, while you're away in the toilet, Chris. I can see the more crystals here as well, Kathy.
Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
one over at the right hand side at 3 o'clock.
yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Right, and there's one down at 7 o'clock.
So it's not as dramatic
No,
as the tap water, but it's
no.
still reacting in a very similar
I
way.
think this could be the residue of the tap water, Kathy.
Yeah,
Right, if the tap water and the distilled water are different combinations of water,
Yeah.
then they'll separate. So if you put them on a plate, then I would imagine the tap water would be different from the distilled water,
yeah,
which would maybe go around the edges. And that's why we're seeing the crystals at the edge of this plate and no in the centre.
yeah.
Right, well, that's what I've got to put forward anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Well, you're away, Chris.
So, it's developing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very quickly.
Oh, bugger. Well, it is the vax. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see what the form it takes if it's similar to the others. I mean, it's a bit, I don't know, what do you think?
It's less dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes. And as I said there, Chris, it still looked as if the crystals were beneath the surface of the drop that you put on.
Hmm.
A lot of them came through the surface.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the watch screen up, screen I'm sharing. It doesn't look too bad from what I'm looking at here, and it's not full screen. If I put that up, oh, that's my mouse there. See, bugger. I was following the mouse on that screen. Yeah. I'm just trying to compare.
Yeah.
Doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah.
No, it's definitely not as bad. It's
Yeah.
yeah, but it is still there. It is the same structure.
And it is water. And it is what people drink every day.
Well, this is distilled water. So, yeah. I meant to go to the supermarket to get some smart water or whatever you call it.
Yeah. That's actually what you call it, Chris. They call it fucking smart water.
Yeah.
I know. I bought about 10 different bottled waters a while ago. That's probably about a year and a half ago now, just to look at the pH levels of each of them.
And did they differ?
I think and then against the tap water apparently was quite good, to be honest, in relation. And I thought, oh okay. So
You still feel the same?
no.
The
I think this will eventually take over the whole area, apart from the edge again.
Well, I think it's stopped now, hasn't it?
I think it's just slowed down, Chris.
Yeah.
Because eventually it'll leave just the same as the last one. It'll leave a type mark right around the edge.
Yeah, it's not so defined, is it? I think
No.
it's the catalyst or whatever is actually stopped now, hasn't it? Because it's
Yeah,
run out. It's run out of
energy.
energy, or although the one on this one here seems to have its defined borders like the other one, but not so. Maybe it's more intricate. I don't know. Let's see if I can get down closer, but oh no, focusing is going to be a bit. See if I can get that. No, maybe not. No, let's go back a bit. Oh, it's going to be right on the cusp. No, I can't do that. I don't. Oh, it's a bit skewed. This. Lost it. Not sure if the video's playing up now. Oh, this is dead time, isn't it, for the video? Sorry. I tell you, I'll get to the edge. Let's get to the edge.
I don't worry about nothing for myself. I don't mind editing stuff.
Yeah, back to it. See how easy it is to refocus on the edge.
Yeah.
You have to go back now, don't we? Actually, I think I might be. I might be on. There we are. Fleur de lis. I think it was around about here. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Aye, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it stopped, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how slide number 2, our old friend's doing.
Yeah. Why not?
Holy whoa. This is the thicker glass, this one, so. That's not too bad at all, is it? Let's go down to the.
So like I say, Chris, I think the crystals are formed in the middle of all these things.
Yeah. That's what we added, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I turn that around a minute, excuse me. Look at that black there. So should be.
So what I think we're looking at here, see that crystal that's sit on its own there, you just flew by. Right. When you see a crystal sitting on its own,
Yeah.
it's actually taking in the entire structure that surrounds it, all these stripes.
Right.
That is actually the crystal, but it don't come to be a crystal till they all come together. If you imagine it just shrinking, and as the shape of it shrinks, then the crystal appears, and like when it's 6 o'clock there, you see a crystal, there's not a fucking line near it, because every one of them's inside it now.
Yeah. It's drawing it in.
Yep, so I think that's what's happening. We're watching these crystals forming, and for the first time, Chris, you've actually captured them in motion.
Yeah.
Becoming crystals.
But then, yeah, the other video just showed it blooming, but not on quite a resolution as this.
But now we know that this is what we're actually looking at here. Every separate one of these sections of this thing will eventually become a crystal.
Right. So I need to keep this intact then and have a look at it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the shape of them is quite amazing, isn't it?
Now, if
Well,
you
I
think,
think the shape of them must have something to do with the crystals that they end up forming.
I think this is a squashed flea on the right. Where's that? Oh, that's the. Oh, that's interesting. That's part of the ink dot. Why is it
Where's
half?
the rest of it?
Don't know. That's one.
So, and the end dot was below, underneath.
Hmm.
Is that what the black bits are?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
What's it? So, I thought you marked the glass below the plate,
No, on top, so I could focus in on the
top of
top.
the plate. So
Yeah.
it's too kin the ink.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I think that's what this black stuff here could be, right enough, Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, anything in sort of like free space takes the form of a circle, doesn't it? These have to be something to actually generate squares. Nature doesn't build squares, does it?
That's a
No.
perfect square right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's a perfect pyramid.
But you know, with crystals, you can either. There's a special thing with crystals. Any crystal that you grow, it's called cleavage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
No.
It's cleavage, and you can take a slice of crystal and break it off, and it'll be a perfect slither. But you do it the other way around, and it won't work.
Right, I get that.
Right.
I get that.
And then you can cut it down a bit more and make it size, and you can actually get it to vibrate at a certain frequency when you put a voltage across it. That's how they make crystals. Many years ago,
Yeah.
when I was designing these interface boards for the company, the frequency I needed to get to the nearest match for their system was 4.87654 megahertz.
Right.
And it's that critical. And the reason being is that with the cleavage of the crystals that the company could make, they could match that to only that decimal point. So I said, that's all right. I'll design all the drive boards with that frequency for the base for the clock frequency for all the boards. And because that's the one they could repeat, that's the one I chose to use. Now, basically, you could pick something off the shelf and to 6 or 7 decimal points, which would be more expensive. But when they could get it down to the nearest factor of decimal point, then that's great. So then everything else, and then one of the techs come at me, said, "Oh, you should I broke a crystal on one of those boards." He said, "Do I need to get the same value?" I said, "What do you think would happen if you put a different value crystal in there?" And he went, "It's going to vibrate different, isn't it?" I said, "Therefore," I said, "your clock signal is going to be different, isn't it? Go and get the right one." Okay. You could just picture me telling him that, guy.
Yeah.
God love him.
Well, you're talking, Chris. You know what I'm watching? See that big crystal right in the centre of the screen?
Yeah.
I'm watching it take in the last of what it's going to need to become a full complete crystal.
Oh, wow.
On the right hand side, there's a small part at the corner, and on the left hand side, that bit that's shaded is getting smaller. It's getting smaller and smaller as the crystal sucks it in.
This one or this one?
The one right in the middle, that one there.
This one?
Yeah. So on the right hand side there, that small shape sticking out is getting smaller, and the same applies to what's on the left hand side. So if I'm right, the whole thing will disappear and be inside the crystal, then it'll be complete.
Mm.
That's what I think's happening here. We're watching how crystals form, and there's one above it doing the same thing.
Wasn't it urine that formed the pyramid-shaped crystals?
Aye.
Who? Sorry.
It was urine, wasn't it? When you were looking up crystals,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the pyramid-shaped crystals that are natural or naturally found is crystallized urine.
Yeah. But it was very. I mean, these. Some of the other examples I've shown where they have ridges on them,
Yeah,
as if they're built up.
yeah.
That means they have the cleavages going through the horizontally, if you look, as you're going down through them.
that's what I think, Chris.
Yeah. So, but the urine ones are almost like solid,
Yeah,
with no cleavage. So they call them crystals, but they're not. They're probably made up of something else, which may look similar to crystals because of the size and the way they give off or absorb light.
yeah,
They're that small. Everything does when it's that small, because the wavelength of light becomes bigger the smaller something is.
yeah. I'm with you. Yeah,
So, and there was some salt crystals again. They were quite blocky and smooth.
yeah,
Someone else said about sodium crystals, and I thought, well, you look at them. There's a marked difference between what you're looking at as growing and it comes from a natural substance. I'm no chemist, but
yeah.
I don't know, mate. You're sciencing the shit out of this stuff.
it's only trial and error. But then so that's all Marie Curie did before she died.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be eating that, love.
Oh,
Oh dear. I think her husband died of poisoning as well, didn't he?
yeah, I think so.
Right, at 10 o'clock to that crystal, there's another one forming.
Hang on, here or
Just up to the left here. There's your mouse, Chris. No, to the left of where you are. There. That was in there a minute ago.
crumbs. See, I think this camera does have a time lapse function. So brightness, 2 second time, and turn it off. What is it? Barcode. What do I want a barcode? Oops. Barcode. What did I hit that for? Sorry.
Right, so that time there's going to be lights appearing on it now. Where the light's hitting it. That's because it's changing shape, obviously.
I swear that one's got bigger.
Yeah, it is. And once the one I just pointed out to you get more defined, the area around about it clears up. Just like that one is. I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mick, I did what you did yesterday with the black light. Took Karen into the kitchen and showed us.
Did she freak out, Chris?
She said, "Oh my God, you can see all drips down doors and."
It's like a crime scene.
Crime scene. It looks like something out of Silent Hill.
I was in the kitchen all day, Chris.
Sorry?
I went down yesterday to the shop They bought hundreds of cleaning materials. And I spent about 3 hours in the kitchen today. Michelle came in. Michelle came in and she says, "Are you finished yet?" I says, "No." I said, "I've done the fridge and stuff." And I shined the black light on it to show her. You can still see the wipes. I thought, she says, "Nah, call it a day." She says, "That's the residue of the cleaning material."
Yeah. I shone it in the bath, and she said, "Well, you were lost in there." Sort of the boggle is like somebody
No,
did it.
yes.
Chris, you can shake me anybody with that light.
Sorry, mate.
I'm saying you can shame anybody with that light.
Yeah. Cup of tea, just a minute. No thanks. I remember a Scottish comedy group. I'm trying to think what they were called, and they were brilliant. And it was and there was one scene where the Scottish, there's been a murder in this room, and they're shining on the sheets where they on the bed with the ultraviolet light, and the woman detective comes and she says, "What's going on here?" She said, "We're just looking at evidence. See this here?" And as he turned around, he shot it in her face, and she had drips coming down from her mouth and stuff in her hair on her shirt. Oh, that was one of the funniest scenes ever. Brilliant. What's the matter, officer? Oh, nothing, ma'am. I mean,
Well, I
that's
changed it everywhere, Chris. It picks up fingerprints on the fucking wall and everything.
But there's
Not right.
Wasn't that how they got Monica Lewinsky's dress or something? Wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, from Clinton, wasn't it? Wow. I mean,
Aye, because you never had sex.
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, I'm going to say good night.
No,
Yep.
let's let Chris move this last crystal first and see what happens.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. Oh, sorry about that.
Right. Chris, see if you can slide it right off that part that's on onto the fluid.
Yeah, let me see if I can find my thin needle. A minute. Yeah, it should be in there.
I will need to get you a really small toolkit, Chris.
I've got some pro tip needles in work, right? That will actually go onto one of those pads of the ICs I showed you.
All right.
So I'll be able to get. Oh, bloody hell, is that not a bit on there, is it? Let's get that out. Make sure I've got no fluid on this to disturb it.
Ah. Yeah. So it slides on top of the other crystals.
Oh,
It's broke.
no, it's not wanting to,
Broke it, Chris.
no, it's not wanting to come off readily. It's quite flat.
Yeah, it is.
you get better.
So that's like, wow, that's brilliant, Chris.
Yeah.
So that's just like a tiny sliver of something.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake
Wow.
or something.
I'll try and pop it off. Get it in the ink.
Put it, I was just about to say that. Put it in the ink, we'll see it better.
Doesn't want to come off. Ah, there we go.
Ah, there you go. Well
Slide,
done, Chris.
slide it again. Ah, stand up and in now. Ah. Nope. I've lost it. Oh no, no, there's a bit.
There's more juice.
Ah, gee, it must be the temperature of the glass that I'm holding it now. You know.
Aye.
Ah, she's gone. No.
Right, we'll call it a day then, Chris.
Yeah.
Ah,
Right.
I'll just sign this.
Aye,
name.
Dina Menchie. Let's see your name.
CJ.
Beautiful bit of art. Well done.
Well
Yeah.
done, mate. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, and just to finish off, here we go. Bang. There you go. All right, folks.
Okay.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Chris. That was
Thanks,
excellent.
Chris. That was really entertaining.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
All right, thanks for your patience and your suggestions, and yeah.
Actually, I'm over the moon, mate. When's the last time, Cathy, you could watch something on the TV screen and actually interact with it?
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Chris.
You're
Going
welcome.
away, mate.
Brilliant stuff. Thanks to all. All right.
Okay.
Right, I'll edit that and put a video out.
See you again soon.
Have a good week.
Right, good night, everybody. That was excellent, Chris.
All right.
Good
Right,
night.
cheers,
Good
pal.
night.
All the best. Bye.
I won't mention your name in the video.
Yeah. Bye.
Right, cheerio. Oh, that